Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another Hot Toys Secret Base figure preview video. Before we begin, I want to say a massive thank you to Ryan Kirkwood for going out in person and snapping these gorgeous high-res pictures. Show Ryan some love in the comments below because without him, this series literally would not be possible. If you are looking to pre-order your very own copy of Kit Fisto, he is available with Pop Collectibles. As always, do your own research. Make sure you are comfortable before buying. I have popped a link to their site in the description below, along with the discount code Justin's Collection for 5% off your order if you do decide to buy from them. While you're down there, why not hit that subscribe, bell notification icon, and join button, so you're notified as soon as a brand new Hot Toys figure preview video goes live on the channel. I'm pretty sure we all knew that this guy was coming at some point. I first saw him in 2019 at ACGHK and SDCC. Finally, he's up for pre-order, and it looks like they have made a couple of tweaks and improvements over and above the earlier renditions of Kit Fisto in prototype form. Unfortunately, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. They are doing us dirty once again with the hand selection. He only comes with one gripping hand, both gloved and ungloved this time. Unlike what we just saw with Mace Windu, I was pretty pissed that a Jedi character didn't come with two ungloved gripping hands, but we got pairs with the gloves on, so I could live with that. With Kit Fisto, you don't get pairs with either set, and I don't understand that, unless it was established somewhere in canon that Kit Fisto is a Jedi that only ever uses his lightsaber in his right hand, and if it was, I take it all back, but I don't think that's the case. I'm pretty sure they should have given us two gripping hands. They didn't. So you'll just have to fudge it by using one of the other hands and placing it nearby his lightsaber hilt. At least we do get the fixed swooshing blade effect with the straight edge and the curved trail behind it. And he comes with his Clone Wars armor. It is just some gauntlets and an extra set of hands. I don't mind that at all. It's a nice little pack-in and it adds a ton of value. His display base is very similar to what we just saw with Mace. You've got the Jedi Council Room Chambers flooring, and you can remove that, then it becomes a standard Star Wars display base. Hot Toys. We need to get rid of pleather. Forever. On everything. These boots could have been sculpted plastic. You can see where they could have hidden the seam for a split-cut boot. That would have allowed for better articulation and way more durability. See that crease there? Putting any kind of pressure on these boots long term is a recipe for disaster. They are going to peel a hell of a lot quicker if you have him with his ankles tilted to the max. As long as you are careful with them, they'll last a while, but not forever. They need to sculpt these boots out of rubbery plastic. We saw them do it with Boba Fett from the Book of Boba Fett, and they look bloody perfect. The same thing can be said for Boba's belt. It's sculpted plastic, and you can't even really tell that it isn't real leather. But with Kit Fisto, they've also gone with pleather for his belt. So Jedi figures from Hot Toys are going to have a built-in expiry date. Okay, enough ranting perhaps. Do let me know if you agree with me on the pleather thing down in the comments below. Some people have said, Justin, stop ranting and raving about the pleather. It's not a massive deal. My figures have never had any degradation. And I'm jealous of you because mine certainly have. I'm never going to stop fighting for figures that will stand the test of time, so that companies can't then sell you another version later down the line if your 1.0 is completely destroyed thanks to pleather. Anyway, Kit Fisto himself looks great. And this time, I guess they learnt from Mace Windu, apparently his Jedi robe is wired. Thank goodness, because it was just a draping mess on Mace. There was so much fabric and you couldn't really do anything with it. I don't think you're going to be able to get Kit Fisto to wear his hood, though, because of the tentacles? The headdress? I don't exactly know what to call it. We'll discuss them in just a second. This is his one and only ungloved gripping hand for the right side. And you can see he is holding his lightsaber hilt. This one is the non-LED version. He does come with an LED one with the stupid junction box thing, just like all of their more recent Jedi releases. This head sculpt, I think, looks sensational. It looks just like the prosthetic mask that whoever was playing Kit Fisto was wearing in Revenge of the Sith. Not so much Attack of the Clones, though. And that is perfectly fine with me, because in that film, he looked like this. So, going with Revenge of the Sith, probably the right call, even though having him displayed next to Mace Windu with the matching base with the Jedi Council flooring, and with Mace being from Attack of the Clones, maybe timeline-wise it doesn't match up perfectly. I don't know if there's some kind of canon explanation as to why Kit Fisto looks different in the two films. I don't think there is. What I'm trying to say is, accuracy to the Episode 2 prosthetics aside, I still think he'd work in an Episode 2, 3, or Clone Wars display. I am interested to find out if the tentacles are made of A, a rubbery plastic, and B, if that means that they're wired. Surely they are, because then you'd be able to move them out the way for a little bit more range of motion. If they're not, the two tentacles over his shoulders are going to restrict everything. Forward and back range, side to side, and tilt. Hot Toys, I think you need to go wired for the tentacles. Otherwise, this guy's going to be a veritable brick when you try and pose him in anything more dynamic than a basic museum pose. And one of the benefits of these Jedi figures is that you can pose them, because for the most part, their outfits are entirely made of fabric. No screen printing, no rubbery stuff, just a little bit of pleather to watch out for. At the end of this, am I excited for Kit Fisto? Hell yes, I am. I was first introduced to him in the prequels just like everyone else, but I grew to love him in the 2D animated Clone Wars series. He kicked some serious butt, going shirtless, swimming around, destroying droids with the Force, and using his lightsaber underwater. As a kid, that was one of the dopest things I'd ever seen in all of Star Wars. Maybe one day they can make a 2D animated Clone Wars shirtless version of Kit Fisto, perhaps. Just food for thought, Hot Toys. Slip that one into your back pocket for a rainy day. Now, I'm getting mine from Pop Collectibles. As always, do your own research, make sure you're comfortable before buying. I have popped a link to their site in the description below, along with the discount code Justin's Collection, for 5% off your order if you do decide to buy from them. While you're down there, why not hit that subscribe, bell notification icon, and join button, if you like the sound of seeing your name in the end credits of my reviews. Like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch you in the next video.